Guys, I have came from the future to tell you that I hate flexing.
$800. These are pretty expensive.
It's probably one of the worst things that has happened to this society. People flexing their wealth, frankly, it disgusts me.
We're about to experience the most amazing thing ever once again.
Like,
Shapes.
Don't do it.
And this time, they're the margarita flavor.
I gotta like return all this tomorrow, or I actually have to pay for it. And I actually have to return it tomorrow and pretend I didn't wear it.
it takes a lot of bravery to be that vulnerable.
Also, because I like begging, if you could just take a minute to subscribe to the channel for more daily bullying, that'd be great. Thank you so much, guys. Now, guys, I have some true cringe to tell you about today, and his name is Bobby Misner. My nuts, big nut. Bobby Miso Soup is a millionaire, but not just any millionaire, a billionaire, and a billionaire's son. Now, Bobby has committed the greatest crime of all, something that should never be repeated on YouTube. Flexing. Something only a master of the dark arts would know about.
I've always hated how just because someone is born into a family of wealth, people automatically label them as a spoiled brat.
Who's there?
Now, I get it. There's a lot of YouTube millionaires. Guy that said the M-word. A funny green hair man with the bad clothing brand. The two white guys that suck my ding-dong. Yes, there's a lot of millionaires, and they do all suck. I'm only joking, Markiplier. Now, Bobby recently uploaded a video titled Life of a Billionaire's Son. Just to get it into your head that he is a billionaire's son. He is Bruce Wayne if Bruce Wayne had a son. But instead of going out into the night and righting wrongs and being a vigilante, he goes out to homeless people and flexes on them. For example, in one of his videos, he went to France and started filming some of the locals being passive-aggressive to trigger them.
What's wrong?
Et voilà que film, regarde, je nique pas ta mère.
Are you panicking? Don't panic.
Tiens,
Don't
arrête, arrête de filmer.
It's okay.
Also, he sat on the conveyor belt at airports, you know, that thing that annoys a bunch of jet-lagged passengers. Now, one thing I do like about Bobby, he does edit his own videos, and he has some of the most unique editing I've ever seen in my entire life.
SpongeBob for no reason.
But honestly, Bobby wasn't that bad until this video, Life of a Billionaire's Son. And now that it's out, we might as well give it a watch. Because, guys, I haven't bullied someone in a long time, and I really need to release some tension.
But a rock and roller, oh, he's different. Why? Because a real rock and roller wants the fucking lot.
You can already get a glimpse from this video. Bobby is just... he's a humble guy.
So I was sent to one of the world's most elite boarding schools called Millfield. A school attended by countless athletes, bankers, CEOs, politicians, royalty, millionaires, even the pop star, Ella Eyre. And then there was me, a delinquent, rebel, outsider, misfit.
I think misfit is a term used for people that don't really fit into society or fit into groups of people and they're kind of lonesome. You are a literal multimillionaire with a secure and tight group of friends and contacts. You're not a misfit. Be quiet. The thing I'm most envious about Bobby is not that he's a millionaire, but the fact he's reached such a high status, he can use copyrighted songs in his videos and still get ad revenue. Like, that is YouTube endgame.
A kid who has everything. Bobby likes to live life fast. Fast cars, beautiful girls.
Oh yeah, girls. I love beautiful girls. They're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. I love girls.
He's so humble. I've never met a guy that's just more open and forthcoming about how little he has. I like how Bobby's making it out that he can just pick any girl he chooses. That's great. He's so humble. He's so humble.
Parties.
Oh my god. Okay, can we stop, please? Is this just gonna be the entire video me saying how humble he is, right? Let's move on to the next bit. Jesus.
My life hasn't always been like this. I was born in Australia and I was raised by a single mom because my parents were divorced at a very young age.
Now, I know a lot of people may have sympathy for the fact that he may have had a bit of a rough childhood, parents were divorced, didn't grow up in a household with the mom and dad present. That I definitely have sympathy for. But you know what I have more sympathy for? The fact that he was born in Australia.
If you're a fucking full-grown Aussie, this is what you'd have for breakfast. Fucking VB long neck at 20 to 8 in the fucking morning. Get that up, yeah.
Every Australian father ever. Australian viewers, please, it's a joke. Don't unsubscribe. You are actually my main source of revenue at the minute. You give me the highest CPM. Please don't click off the video.
This meant that I had to move to a lot of different schools, 10 to be exact. I didn't grow up rich, and I didn't grow up poor. I was fairly average.
The fact that you say that you're a billionaire's son, and you didn't grow up rich, that's interesting. So maybe he didn't actually take his father's money. Maybe he grew up independently, without the need for wealth or extravagant lifestyle, and actually grew up a hard-working man.
And I didn't know my dad had a lot of money until I turned 15.
No, he just waited until he was 15 and then got all the money. Great. What? He's so humble.
This is when he sold his company for $300 million. Then, my life changed forever. I moved to Europe.
I'm not even joking. He spends like the next 2 minutes of the video just flexing what he has. Big houses, fast cars, loads of girlfriends. It's great. Like, there's this fine line between irony that I think he's trying to tread, but I don't think it is. I think he's genuinely a sociopath.
My dad started getting a lot of nice things. Penthouses in Monaco, a home in London, super yacht, private jet with our family name on the tail number.
Yeah, he really had it hard, guys. Like, you know, until you get a jet with your family's initials on the side, even then you're living a hard life. I've only got 50 million in my GTA apartment, man. Give me some credit. Now, this is my favorite part of the video because he tries to address, you know, the whole cliche of, oh, he inherited it from his dad, he's a sport rich boy, and he tackles it head on. And for that, I give him a lot of props.
I've always hated how just because someone is born into a family of wealth, people automatically label them as a spoiled brat. Yes, my dad has a private jet, and I love flying in it.
I hate how people label me. I own a Porsche. It's like all those YouTubers that go, oh, I'm a humble guy, you know, I don't really have a lot of money. And they've got like a Versace shirt and a Cartier ring on their hand.
Yes, my dad has a mansion and cars, and I love making videos with them.
What is the point of this? He's like, I'm trying to beat the stereotype by being a one-to-one replication of said stereotype. It is kind of genius.
But I have never pretended that those things were something that I earned. And I recognize that my dad is the one who worked hard for them. This is why I have the ambition to work hard enough to achieve a successful life of my own and break the stereotype of all rich kids being lazy, spoiled, and relying on their trust funds.
This is good. He's actually addressing that he got it from his dad and he hasn't got any self-worth. This is good. I've actually got real respect for him. So he says he wants to build himself up and become a better person. How independently is he gonna do that?
If I was gonna survive in this world, I needed two things. One, discipline. Two, friends in high places.
I mean, you've already got friends in high places, mate. Your dad's a fucking billionaire. I'm trying. I'm really trying here.
So I was sent to one of the world's most elite boarding schools called Millfield.
It does make sense. He says he doesn't want to ride on his dad's back, and he gets a 20 grand tuition at a boarding school.
A school attended by countless athletes, bankers, CEOs, politicians, royalty, millionaires, even the pop star, Ella Eyre.
He does hurt my brain, honestly. I feel like the synapses in my brain slowly going darker the more I watch this video. Lobotomite.
And then there was me, a delinquent, rebel, outsider, misfit.
I'm such an outsider. Look, I did a funny quirky face, like Snapchat. I did a pow. Such an outsider. I don't know how to talk to real people.
There were many other kids just like me. We'd all been sent there for reform. And we weren't about to let that happen. We spent the next 2 years at school bending and breaking the rules in every way, shape, and form.
So, you go to a private boarding school to get education, to better yourself, become a greater individual, and move away from your father and find yourself. And then you proceed to mess it all up by disobeying the laws and getting yourself kicked out. This man is a mastermind.
Some of us decided that on my 18th birthday, we needed to skip school and go to the south of France to party. When we got back, the whole school was talking about it, and I was asked to leave, along with 25 others that week. I was finally free. I never limit myself.
Oh, my life's so hard, you know, education. Oh, it's so taxing and hard. Yeah, I'm just gonna fly my private jet away and escape it all.
Like, education sucks, yeah, I understand that. And in a lot of sense, the public sector really doesn't work for it. It's incredibly underfunded, and I could rant about that all day, but like, you pissing off on your private jet, that is the most pretentious thing I've heard in my life. You make these statements that you're trying to break conventions and stereotypes, and then you make conventions and stereotypes that you're he's hurting my head.
But like most kids, I still had no idea what I wanted to do with my life.
So you became a YouTuber, great. Why does like every deadbeat person always end up being a YouTuber, man? You had Danielle Bregoli, she was on Dr. Phil, she was gonna dry up and move on, and then she crawled her way onto YouTube, and now she's more successful than ever. Stop bringing garbage onto the site, please. I got enough to deal with the Viner invasion, man. Jesus.
Where is this seat?
Welcome, in the back.
Oh, and when can I order a drink?
Please take your seat.
It's my first time flying, so I'm really nervous.
Please take your seat.
I'm new here. Please be nice to me, you know?
Please take your seat or I'm gonna punch you in the face. What?
3 things my dad's always said you need for success. First, an idea. Then, a lot of hard work and time. Third, you need some luck.
Third, my father's bank account details.
I needed to know how to make money. And since he knows how to do that better than anyone, I began to work for one of his companies at Abbey Road Studios, London. It's where the Beatles recorded.
Ah, great. Your father's company, yeah. You said you weren't gonna mooch, and then you proceeded to mooch. I'm so happy for you, really. Okay, real talk though, I do understand that that's obviously the best course of action to take. You know, your parent is like a multi-billionaire or a millionaire. You're gonna go work for them, I understand that. But I don't understand the point of this video. You say you want to break conventions and like stand out from the crowd, and then you proceed to do what every trust fund kid does in their entire life. There's not a problem with going to work for your dad, absolutely. I mean, if I was in your position, I'd do the exact same thing. But I'd have some self-awareness about it.
When I first moved out here, I imagined my life to be like a movie. Girls sipping cocktails by the swimming pool, fast cars through the hills, the craziest parties. Guess what?
It wasn't like that, and you had to learn to man up and be an individual.
Most of it came true.
Dios mio. And then he proceeds to flex about how great LA was by showing a bunch of parties and concerts he went to. There really isn't anything else to say. The guy sucks.
I even dated the queen of partying herself, Lindsay Lohan. She's a lovely girl.
Oh my god, he wasn't joking. Now, obviously everyone's seen that video. It's been forced into everyone's recommended. 3.5 million views. I wanted to do a little bit more digging and look at some other content he's made on his channel. For example, he went onto a game show and proceeded to cheat at every single challenge.
To our first annual 3-legged egg and spoon race.
We were disqualified because I was holding the egg.
You cannot go until your partner has reached you. I will not tolerate any sort of cheating.
What is this? What is this? He's literally using his hat. Oh. I mean, he's not the most humble guy, but he's definitely the most honest. Now, I did even more digging, and Robert actually has an IMDb page. And what I love about this page, it doesn't treat him like an every-going working man. It treats him like he's the secret son of Zeus. Robert Meissner was born in Sydney, Australia, and raised by a very creative and successful family. Building independence and discipline on his own, Robert pushed to work hard and live within very strict rules. Surrounded by ambition and prosperity, Robert learnt the most important aspects of life from his father, and that is to follow your dreams and work hard at attaining them. It's like he made his own IMDb account and wrote a fan fiction about himself. It hurts. Apart from his fateful demise, Robert wants to follow in the footsteps of Heath Ledger. Now the thing is, I don't think he's following in the steps of Heath Ledger, a highly acclaimed critical actor who was taken from us too soon. I think he just wants to follow in the steps of Heath Ledger's character, the Joker.
Batman, I'm gonna say the R word.
Robert! Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. This was another episode of bullying people on the internet because I'm a sad old man who lives on his own. Please subscribe. I need 3...